Ever buy a sports car only to find that someone had drilled a bunch of holes to put a stupid spoiler in the back? In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix it. This car is fiberglass, so fixing this is actually relatively easy. Step number 1 is clean. I'm going to clean the back of this with acetone. Clean the whole thing really well. Step number 2 is tape. I have some ducting tape laying around, so I'm going to use that, but you can go ahead and use whatever tape you got laying around. Masking tape will work just fine. The tape behind all the holes. Putting the tape on the underside of the panel is going to allow us, when we put our putty, to hold everything in place and not let it fall through. Next thing you're going to do is go down to Walmart and get yourself some of this Bondo glass and a little package of plastic spreaders. I've heard this stuff be referred to as kitty hair, a bunch of different names, because it has actual fiberglass strands in the putty itself. You won't need a ton of it, and you won't need a ton of hardener either. Go ahead and put yourself a little bit of hardener in there. Spread it around until it's thoroughly mixed. Okay, now it's time to fill them holes, boy. Make sure when you're putting in the holes, you're applying some pressure, but not too much pressure as to push the tape off the back. Now you want to leave a little bit of excess on there. Not so much that you have to sand a ton, but enough so that it dimples a little out of the top. Just like that. Scrape as much of the excess off before it dries, that way your sanding is a lot easier. After it's fully dried, it's time to remove the tape. Now that the tape is removed from both sides, we need to properly reinforce it underneath. This is not a plug for Bondo, I swear, but at Walmart you can also get yourself some Bondo fiberglass resin. And they also sell little fiberglass packets like this one. I don't think this came from there, but they look just like this and they're pretty cheap. Pre-cut the strip to fit all of your holes in one go. And go ahead and grab a little chop brush. And the first thing you're going to do is you get your fiberglass resin and you're going to dab, just like this, dab, 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 on the very bottom of this. And then once it's all dabbed on, you're going to put your fiberglass on the bottom. Obviously I can't really record it from this angle. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Now all of your holes are filled from the top and reinforced on the bottom. The next step is we need to sand this down. I recommend using like 80 to 120 grit, and DAs are always helpful, but you can always do this by hand as well. The final step is use a little body filler. FYI, that's way too much hardener, but really all you need is a small amount of glazing putty or some body filler, whatever you can find. They sell some stuff at Walmart, and you just need to mix it so that it's all one consistent color. You should see all those little voids get filled in with the body filler. Final step of the whole process is time to hit it with 220. I know it looks ugly, but it is baby smooth. The last thing you need to do before you can paint everything is go ahead and prime it. Base coat, clear coat, plenty of my other videos show that. And then ta-da, you have a brand new looking fiberglass part.
Tell your mother. Tell her that I love her.